The year is 480 BC. The world is on the brink of a clash that will echo through the ages. The Persian Empire, led by the ambitious King Xerxes, casts a vast and menacing shadow over the ancient world, its reach stretching from the mountains of Asia to the shores of the Mediterranean. Xerxes commands an army so massive, it's said to drink rivers dry and build bridges of boats across the sea. The sheer scale of his forces is almost unimaginable. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers, archers, cavalry, and engineers all moving as one unstoppable force. Their goal? To conquer Greece and crush its fiercely independent city-states, bringing them under Persian rule. Many Greek states, fearing annihilation, surrender without a fight. But not all are willing to bow to a foreign king. In the rugged south, Sparta stands defiant, its walls and warriors unyielding. Sparta is a society built for war, where discipline and strength are valued above all else. Every Spartan man is a soldier, trained from childhood for battle, and their king, Leonidas, is the living embodiment of Spartan discipline and courage. When Persian messengers arrive, demanding earth and water as tokens of submission, Leonidas refuses. He will not bow, nor will he let his people live as slaves. Instead, he gathers a small coalition, his 300 elite Spartans and about 7,000 other Greeks from neighboring states united by a single purpose. Their mission isn't just to win a battle but to make a stand for freedom, to inspire all of Greece to resist tyranny. They march north to a narrow coastal pass called Thermopylae, the Hot Gates, a place where the mountains meet the sea. Here in this bottleneck, they plan to show the world what it truly means to fight for home and liberty, no matter the cost. The odds are impossible, but for these Greeks, a life without freedom is no life at all. They are prepared to sacrifice everything. The Persian juggernaut is coming, and only a sliver of land and a handful of warriors stand in its way. The world watches, uncertain of what will unfold. The fate of Greece, and perhaps the future of Western civilization, hangs in the balance. The world holds its breath as the armies converge at Thermopylae, the stage set for a confrontation that will become legend. This is not just a battle for land, but for the very idea of freedom itself, a struggle that will inspire generations. The stage is set for one of history's most legendary last stands, where courage will be tested against overwhelming odds. The Hot Gates will become a symbol of courage and sacrifice for generations to come. The story of Thermopylae begins, a tale of defiance, unity, and the unbreakable spirit of those who choose to stand and fight. Thermopylae, Hot Gates, was more than a name, it was a natural fortress. Leonidas and the Greek commanders knew they couldn't win on open ground. They needed a bottleneck, and Thermopylae's narrow pass was perfect. In places only a few men could fight side by side. The Persians' numbers would count for nothing here. The Greeks rebuilt the old Phocian wall, strengthening their position. The plan was simple: force the Persians to attack head-on, where Greek discipline and armor would dominate. The Persians couldn't use their cavalry or outflank the Greeks. The battle would be decided by skill, not numbers. The Greeks waited, hearing the distant thunder of the Persian army. Any other force might have fled, but this was their chosen ground. The Hot Gates would be their shield, and their test. The fate of Greece would be decided in this narrow pass. The genius of the plan was about to be tested by fire. The Greeks' true weapon was their fighting style, the phalanx. Imagine a wall of bronze shields, each overlapping the next, spears bristling out. The hoplites fought as one, each man protecting his neighbor. The Persians' shorter weapons were useless against the long Greek spears. The phalanx was a moving fortress, nearly impossible to break in a narrow space. Spartan training made them the masters of this formation. From childhood, Spartans drilled for this moment. Discipline, unity, and relentless practice. At Thermopylae, the 300 Spartans formed the unbreakable core. The Persians could only attack the front, where the Greeks were strongest. Arrows bounced off bronze shields. Persian swords could not reach. The phalanx turned the narrow pass into a killing ground. Here, a few could hold against many. The bronze wall stood ready for the Persian tide. Xerxes arrives at the narrow pass expecting an easy victory, but is stunned by the tiny Greek force blocking his path. The king, used to seeing armies scatter before his might, is taken aback by their calm defiance. He waits, certain they will flee at the sight of his vast army. But the Greeks stand their ground, unmoved and unafraid. On the fifth day, frustrated by their stubbornness, Xerxes finally sends in the Medes, his first wave of attackers. The Medes charge forward, but the Greek phalanx holds firm, their shields and spears forming an impenetrable wall. The Persians are cut down, wave after wave, unable to break the wall of shields. The narrow pass turns their numbers into a disadvantage. Xerxes, furious and humiliated, sends in his elite Immortals, 10,000 of his best warriors, renowned across the empire. Even they are repelled, falling to Greek discipline, tactics, and the cunning leadership of Leonidas. Leonidas feigns retreat, luring Persians into chaos, then counterattacks with precision, turning confusion into slaughter. By nightfall, the pass is choked with Persian dead. Greek losses are minimal. The rocky ground runs red, a testament to their stand. Xerxes watches in disbelief as his best troops are slaughtered before his eyes, his confidence shaken for the first time. The Greeks have turned the narrow pass into a graveyard for the invaders, their courage echoing through the mountains. The first day ends with the Greeks triumphant, their spirits unbroken, their legend growing with every hour. The Persians' overwhelming numbers mean nothing in the face of Greek resolve and unity. The hot gates hold strong. Xerxes' confidence begins to crack, doubt flickering in his eyes as he faces the unthinkable. The legend of the 300 is born in blood and defiance, their stand inspiring awe and fear across the ancient world. The world witnesses the power of courage, discipline, and unity over sheer numbers and brute force. The battle is far from over. The hot gates will demand even more sacrifice before the sun sets again. Dawn breaks on the second day. The pass is littered with Persian dead. Xerxes, humiliated, orders fresh attacks, convinced the Greeks must be exhausted. But Leonidas rotates his men, keeping the line strong. The Persians are forced forward by their own commanders, but morale is crumbling. The Greeks fight with renewed confidence, their discipline unbroken. The phalanx remains impenetrable. Persian bodies pile up. Even the Immortals cannot break through. The Persians begin to fear the Greeks, seeing them as invincible. By day's end, Xerxes is desperate. His best troops have failed. The Greeks have bought precious time for their homeland. The Persians are stuck, their advantage neutralized. The hot gates remain closed, but desperation breeds new dangers. The turning point is near. Enter Ephialtes, a local Greek whose name will forever mean traitor. He tells Xerxes of a hidden mountain path that bypasses the Greek position. Xerxes seizes the chance, sending his troops under cover of darkness to outflank the Greeks. Leonidas had stationed Phocian guards on the path, but they are surprised and retreat, leaving the way open. The Persians march through the night, emerging behind the Greek lines at dawn. Leonidas receives the grim news. They are about to be surrounded. The trap is closing. The end is near. The Greeks' perfect defense has been undone by betrayal. The final act of the battle is about to begin. Leonidas must choose, retreat or make a last stand. The fate of the defenders is sealed. The courage of the few will be tested to the limit. The Persians prepare to crush the defenders from both sides. The hot gates become a tomb. The world will soon witness an act of ultimate sacrifice. The legend of Thermopylae reaches its climax. Leonidas knows escape is impossible. He calls a council, gathering his commanders in the shadow of the looming Persian threat. The air is heavy with the weight of their decision. He dismisses most of the Greek allies, ordering them to warn the rest of Greece and prepare for the coming storm. Their mission is to spread word of the sacrifice to come. Only the 300 Spartans, 700 Thespians, and a handful of Thebans remain, bound by honor and a sense of duty that transcends fear. For them, retreat is not an option. Spartan law demands victory or death. Their resolve is unbreakable, their fate already sealed. They march out to meet the Persians, not to win, but to die with honor. Each step forward is a testament to their courage and their unwavering loyalty to Greece. The final stand is savage. The clash of shields and the cries of battle echo across the narrow pass. Spears shatter, swords break, men fight with bare hands. The defenders refuse to yield even as hope fades. Leonidas falls, fighting at the front, his courage inspiring those who remain. His men battle to recover his body, risking everything to honor their king in his final moments. The Greeks are pushed back to a small hill, surrounded on all sides, their numbers dwindling with every moment. They fight to the last, refusing to surrender. Their defiance becomes legendary. Persian arrows blot out the sun. The defenders fall one by one, but not before leaving their mark on history. The last stand is over, but the message is clear. Their sacrifice is a beacon for all of Greece. They chose death over slavery, honor over surrender. Their choice will inspire generations. Their sacrifice will echo through history, a testament to the power of courage and unity. The Persians win the pass, but lose something greater, the respect and spirit of their foes. The spirit of Greece is unbroken, its resolve forged in the fires of sacrifice. The world will remember the courage of the few who stood against many. Thermopylae becomes a symbol of resistance, a rallying cry for freedom. The legend is sealed in blood and valor, forever etched into the heart of history. The battle is over. Xerxes surveys the carnage, victorious but shaken. He mutilates Leonidas's body in anger but cannot erase the Greeks' defiance. The story of Thermopylae spreads like wildfire across Greece. Leonidas, the 300 Spartans, and the Thespians become instant legends. Their sacrifice inspires all of Greece to resist. Monuments rise at Thermopylae, a stone lion for Leonidas and a simple epitaph. Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie. The message is clear. They did their duty and died for freedom. The legend of the 300 becomes the ultimate story of the heroic last stand. It teaches that spirit and courage matter more than numbers. Even in defeat, they achieved a kind of victory. Their courage echoes through history, inspiring generations. Thermopylae proves a few can change the world. The war for hearts and minds is won. The sacrifice at the hot gates will never be forgotten. The legacy of Thermopylae endures. On the surface, Thermopylae is a defeat. The pass is lost, Athens burns. But the stand at the hot gates bought Greece something priceless: time. The delay allowed Athens to evacuate and the Greek navy to assemble. Themistocles lures the Persian fleet into the narrow straits of Salamis. In the cramped waters, Greek triremes outmaneuver and destroy the larger Persian ships. The victory at Salamis turns the tide of the war. Xerxes retreats, fearing entrapment. The following year, the Greeks defeat the remaining Persians at Plataea. Greece is saved, its freedom secured. The sacrifice of Leonidas and his men was not in vain. Their courage united Greece and inspired resistance. Thermopylae became the price of ultimate victory. The world learned that even in loss there can be triumph. The spirit of the 300 lives on. Their stand saved a nation and changed history.